Hey Dreamers, what's up all y'all? This is Immigration Attorney Parviz Malakouti, and today we are going over day 7 of the Dreamer Bootcamp. Dreamer Bootcamp, it's tough, it's rough, it's meant to get you in shape. If you're wondering why you can hear me but you cannot see me, it's because I'm experimenting with a new type of content as I drive across the desert from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, Nevada. And I can't record a video, but I can record audio, so that's what I'm doing. So anyway, let's get back to it. Dreamer Bootcamp. What is the Dreamer Bootcamp? The Dreamer Bootcamp is 6 to 8 items that any dreamer can take to increase their chances of staying prepared and qualifying for a future immigration benefit. No guarantees. We're talking about increasing chances. We're playing the odds, okay? We're slick betting men, and we're analyzing what is rewarded under current immigration law, and we're taking those steps ahead of time, okay, to be in a position to have the profile that is rewarded under immigration law, okay? So day 7, what are we doing for day 7? Day 7 is make a Freedom of Information Act request from USCIS and possibly ICE and or CBP. So what does that mean? Freedom of Information Act request. Wow, sounds fancy. Freedom of Information Act is a law that was passed by Congress that allows us to request any information from any federal government agency. So if you are an undocumented individual, if you're a dreamer, we're gonna wanna make a request from all the immigration agencies about any information they have on you. So we want their file on you, okay? So I'm Parviz Malakouti. If I'm a dreamer, I want to get all the files that they have on Parviz Malakouti, and believe it or not, it's the law. We can request it, we can demand it, we're entitled to it. It's usually free, okay? Only sometimes it costs a little bit if it's like thousands and thousands of pages, but otherwise it's free the vast majority of the time. And not only can we request it, we can sue them if they don't give it to us on time. That's the beauty of the Freedom of Information Act request. A lot of people don't know about this, but it's something you should know about this. Certainly every immigration lawyer knows about this because this is a big tool that immigration lawyers use, and now you're gonna be able to use it too, okay? So, Freedom of Information Act. If you're a dreamer, you should definitely make a FOIA request. By the way, FOIA is the acronym for Freedom of Information Act, which is FOIA. So we're gonna refer to that as FOIA. If you're a dreamer, you definitely want to make a FOIA request from USCIS because that is where you apply for DACA. That's where you make your renewals for DACA. Now, if you're a dreamer that never had DACA, let's say you came to this country when you were 16 or 17, you just missed the cutoff for DACA, you still want to do a FOIA request of USCIS because one of your family members or somebody may have filed an immigration application on your behalf. You want to see everything that USCIS has on you, okay? So, let's go through these steps one by one, 7 steps. First, by making a FOIA request, a person can obtain their previous immigration records from federal government. Number 2, making the request is free and easy, although the results typically can take a few months to get to you. So you gotta have patience and you have to do it early. Step number 3, or I should say item number 3, one can make a FOIA request of USCIS, ICE, which of course is one of the enforcement arms, and CBP, Customs and Border Patrol. Really you should have a consultation with an immigration lawyer, but generally, if you're a dreamer that has never been in immigration court, if you've never run across ICE or CBP, you can probably just start off by making a FOIA request of USCIS. If you are a dreamer that has come across, if you've ever been in immigration court, if you've ever been detained by ICE, then you're probably going to want to do a FOIA request of USCIS, ICE, Customs and Border Patrol, as well as the EOIR, which is the Executive Office of Immigration Review. That's the parent agency of immigration courts. Okay, so bottom line, if you're a dreamer that's been detained or been in court, you're going to want to make the request of all those 4 agencies. If you're a dreamer that has just filed for DACA or you've basically been in the country, never been in ICE custody, you can get away with just doing the FOIA request from USCIS. Okay, that was a mouthful. Let's move on. Step number 4, if you're a dreamer, use Google. We spoke about Google a few times, didn't we? Use Google to read about how to make a FOIA request of USCIS and possibly those other agencies. It's really not that difficult to make a FOIA request. You just have to learn how to read instructions carefully. There's a lot of literature out about it. I'm also going to be coming out with videos very shortly on how to make Freedom of Information Act requests from all 4 of these agencies. So you can either watch my video or you can just go right ahead and find what's out there on the internet already. Number 5, after submitting the request and waiting a few months, you receive your previous DACA applications, renewals, and any other immigration applications that may have been filed on your behalf in the previous years. Now, the information comes usually in the form of a CD, a compact disc that's mailed to you, and then there's going to be a PDF, and the PDF is going to be one big old file. You're going to have to go through that file, and you're going to have to inventory it. So you're going to have, it's a little bit boring, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to have to go through the file page by page. And what I typically do, or if I have an intern do, is basically open up a Word file, and I basically list what documents in the PDF are on what pages. So I basically make a little list of all the documents in the Word file that I'm seeing in the PDF and what they are. So right now they're still coming in the form of CD. In the future, they're probably going to be emailed via PDF, or you're going to be given access through USCIS website to those files via PDF. Number 6, review the results of the FOIA request to see if any previous applications have been filed for you, by you, or on your behalf. You'll definitely want to have this for legal consultation. So when you come to me as an immigration lawyer, when you come to any other immigration lawyer, for a consultation, if you come with a FOIA results in your hand, you just gave that lawyer the tool to help you so much more, to give you so much better information in that consultation. That lawyer is going to be able to have a way better idea of exactly what your situation is if you come with that FOIA request in hand. If you don't come, you're going to go to the consultation, you're going to say, I think this happened, I think that happened, I'm not sure. And then you're going to have to sign up with the lawyer, or you're going to have to go back and do the FOIA request, and you're going to have to wait a couple more months, to get that request. So if you're undocumented, you definitely want to make a FOIA request, at least of USCIS, possibly of those other 3 agencies as well, Last step, rest easy knowing that you've taken a huge step to stay on top of things and to actually get ahead of the curve in terms of learning about your own situation, So that's it for day 7. Tune in for day 8. The next day, it's the last day of the boot camp, and stay safe in the meantime.